This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're in Leeds here, ahead of tomorrow night's show live on Sky Sports at the First Direct Arena. Fighting on the bill, Stephen Smith. How are you, Stephen?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
Alright, a little bit of drama at the weigh-in today. He was 11 ounces over, 2 hours to make it, and he did. So,
yeah.
But that's not going to obviously put out your preparations, is it?
No, it was just over that really. The way he jumped on and off before the scale had settled, and you know, it happens in boxing. You see a lot of people, and sometimes they get away with it. That was just one of them, you know, just a fair one where he gets on, he makes the weight, and that was it. And you know, he's done that now, so you know, both of us have had to make the weight, so it should be a good fight.
Obviously, I spoke to you last week, and there was initial disappointment from you that you weren't fighting Saucedo. You know, this has happened again now, so you've got over that. You focused on Munoz, who you'll be facing tomorrow night.
Yeah. No, only literally because, you know, the game plan was going well. We'd worked on a lot of things with Saucedo, and you know, I'm sure he was working on similar things against me, and you know, just to have that gone again. And you know, I've been watching Saucedo non-stop since like November. It's been a long time coming, and the fact that it's off again, it did do me head in. But you know, I'm fighting for the WBC silver title still. I've still got a massive opportunity, and you know, I've got a good fighter who's fought for the world title twice, and his last two losses were both for world titles. So you know, I know I've got a big test tomorrow, and you know, I'm just looking at it that way. He's still got a big fight, and you know, there's no advantage or disadvantage in terms of game plan wise, because he's only had the same notes as I have about the opponent. So he's only got the same time to work on me as I have with him. So you know, there's no, it's a level playing field in my opinion, because you know, he was meant to fight Saturday himself, so he's fit and ready, same as myself, and should be a good one.
This fight was initially meant to be on the Liverpool bill back in March. Now, obviously, this was an added bill, the Leeds bill, so you must be happy that this is sort of going to be definitely happening, this fight for the silver title this season.
That's what I mean. At first, when you know, the first thing I heard, Joe said, "Look, Saucedo's out," I was devastated. So I just thought that was it. It was all over. He said, "But look, you know, you've got another fight. It's a good fight," and showed me him. And he said, "And you know, it might be still for the silver title." So I was just hoping and praying that would come off, because again, it's sort of a good reward for me in beating him. You know, I'm not just got a tough fight and you know, for no reason. I've got a good fighter, and you know, I've got a WBC silver title out of it. You know, if I beat him, which I fully intend on doing.
You've put together impressive back-to-back wins for a while now. Do you feel as though now you are ready for a shot at a world title?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, I'll make a big statement tomorrow in terms of proving that and showing more people against a good fighter. You know, you're world class if you're fighting for world titles, and you know, he's done that twice. So you know, I think I've got to make a statement tomorrow, but it will show a lot of people that yeah, I am ready to challenge for a world title.
Do you think that there could be a possibility where you still may face Saucedo in some sort of final eliminator for the world title? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I think, you know, if that comes about, then you know, it's one of them things. I do want to see the back of him, but you know, if beating him gets rid of him, then I'm more than willing to do it. And you know, I think it's not as if, you know, it is genuine. It's an injury. I've seen the picture of him. His face is swelled up and stuff. So you know, I feel for him. I do, because you know, I pulled out. He pulled out of a fight, then I pulled out of a fight. Now he's pulled out again. It's a bit like Brook Alexander. It's a pain really, but you know yourself, in 12-week training camps, you know, you're going to pick up injuries, and it happens. So I do feel for him, and if it turns around that I do have to fight him in a final eliminator, then you know, I'd be more than willing to.
A lot going on with two of your brothers, Callum and Paul, over the weekend. Obviously, yeah. Callum very impressive in his knockout win over Tobias Webb. You must have been pleased.
Yeah, I was buzzing. You know, it was great to be there on Saturday, and you know, I was I was in awe at both of them there, because you know, the performance that they put in. You know, two of them second round knockouts. You know, Paul had a lot more pressure on him in terms of, you know, than people just looking and seeing, you know, he's just got an easy fight or whatever. You know, it was a fight before, you know, a chance of a world title, so you know, he couldn't afford to slip up, and you know, the pressure could have got to him, but it didn't. He stayed relaxed, and you know, he looked very impressive in what he done. And then Callum, you know, people said it was a big test, and then the way he goes out, and it's happened before in the past with like the likes of Mendy, and you know, people say, oh, this is a big test for Callum. He goes out, he wipes the floor with them, and then it's like, oh, he needs stepping up, he needs stepping up. You know, the tweets he's getting saying, you know, when step up, and it's a joke. It's the fact that he's that good. You know, he's stepping up, he's making it look easy, and you know, it's just the sad that testament to his ability. You know, he really is that good, and I know he's my brother, but you you know, I see what he does in the gym all the time and inspiring and stuff, and you know, it is exciting times for him and, you know, for us as a family.
You're right in what you say there, because it's not specific to Callum, but you get it with people like Anthony Joshua as well.
Yeah.
You know, people are talked up against decent opponents before the fight, and then when they've disposed of them very quickly or early in fights, and you know, it's the flip side of, oh, you know, well, he should have been fighting someone better, or you know. So
again, with Joshua, massive talent, and you know, when he does get a fight, and it's like, oh, this will be a bit of a test for him. We'll see a bit more of Joshua here. He goes out and he does them in a round or two, and then they're like, oh, we need to test. He needs stepping up, and you know, you can't win. I think if Callum would have went out there and lost a few rounds, you know, had a good competitive fight with Webb and then nicked it on points, people would have said that he's found his level. You know, it was a close fight, that, and you know, it's sort of a case of, you know, you can't win it. It's a catch-22. If you go out and bomb them out early, you still get all the, well, he hasn't been tested yet, and you know, can he take a shot, can he do the rounds, and you know, us as a family and Joe, you know, all the lads in the gym, you know, we see what he does, and you know, we're very confident he's got it all, and you know, we're excited about what's coming for him.
On to your brother Paul now. What do you think about the minority of people out there that sort of argue the case whether Paul deserves a world title shot or not?
Yeah, I just think, look, you're going to get it. Like I just said with Callum, you're always going to get the flip side. You know, you're going to have people behind you, and you know, the normal, genuine people will realise if you get offered a world title fight, you're not going to sit there and think, hang on, do I deserve this? And you know, no, look, I don't want the world title fight. I don't want the chance to emulate my dream and become world champion because I don't think I deserve it yet. I'll go and fight more people, and then I'll have a go. You know, it's a joke. You're going to bite your hand off for it, so you're always going to get it. Whether he goes and beats 10 other people in line, and then as I go, he'll still have some people on his back because, you know, he's a contradicting person anyway. Where in terms of, you know, when he's on the Twitter and that, he always gets some people having a go, and because you know he'll have an argument, and you know, he'll speak his mind. So he's always going to have people who don't like him, and they're always going to be on his back. But you know, it doesn't bother him. At the end of the day, it looks likely that he's going to get a world title chance, and you know, I for one can't wait for it, and you know, really hope it does.
I think some people find it either difficult or they don't understand the system, how it works within the ranking system. It's not for us to agree with it or disagree with it. It's there for boxers to put themselves into positions within the rankings, and that's how boxing is nowadays. You don't have to agree with it. That's just how it is. So if you know, it was kind of like when Lee Purdy fought Devil Alexander. I think Lee Purdy was ranked 5th with the IBF, but because the next 4 opponents were, he might even be ranked like lower than that, but the next opponents weren't available, he got the shot. So that's how boxing works nowadays.
Exactly. I think, you know, with Paul, he was number 3 in the WBO. The 2 above him was Chavez and James DeGale. Both got other things. James is fighting in a final eliminator for the IBF. You know, he's picked his route. He's going down there, and I think Chavez is always goes to the WBC route. So next available is Paul. No, the one thing about the rankings, you wake up in the morning, we find out like everyone else. We don't get told, oh, listen, you're this or you're that. We just find out online like everyone else. And you know, one thing about Paul's ranking, whether people think he deserves it or he doesn't, the one thing I know is Paul didn't put himself in there. You know, they had him ranked where he's ranked, of his past achievements, of his fights, what he's winning, and all he can do is just keep winning and keep trying to starve it and get up that ladder, and that's all he's doing. He's going out, he's beating what's in front of him, and you know, it looks like he might have his chance, which, you know, at the end of the day, getting offered to emulate your dream and go out there and become world champion, I can't say it enough. Anyone, I don't care who you are, would be the same as Paul and would jump at it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Alright, well listen Stephen, wish you the best of luck tomorrow night.
Thanks, mate.
Get hold of that silver title, and let's see you fight for a world title this year.
Definitely, yeah, fingers crossed.
Alright, Callum Cassius, Stephen Smith here for IFL TV, thank you very much.